What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. My girl JADE CARGILL. You know I love me some JADE CARGILL. Mm-hmm. And JADE CARGILL, my gosh, she looked good. She looked pretty. But then, if you guys remember back at what I want to say was Double or Nothing, where Kris Statlander returned, and she beat JADE CARGILL for a quick open challenge that she had for the TBS Championship. And she's been TBS champion ever since. And Jade hasn't been nowhere to be seen. Like, she just was gone. She was gone for a couple months. And she was putting out cryptic tweets saying that, you know, it's kind of peaceful not being in the wrestling business or something alluding to that. I'm not saying it verbatim like she's saying it, but she was saying that. I was like, man, I miss JADE CARGILL. I want to know when JADE CARGILL's going to come back. Then all of a sudden these rumors started coming up. Talk about some JADE CARGILL's leaving AEW. I'm like, why is she even here? So I didn't really pay no attention to that because rumors come every single day about somebody's leaving, somebody's coming in. I said, okay, well, Jade not even back yet. So Kris Statlander just defended her TBS championship in an open challenge against what's her name? Robin Renegade. And JADE CARGILL, yeah, you heard me right. Robin Renegade from the Renegade Twins.
I'm like, what? Alright.
Have you not heard of the Renegade Twins?
No, I heard of this. I heard of the Renegade Twins. That's why I said, why them? Because
exactly. Because Robin Renegade was the one that answered her open challenge. I was like, got Tony Khan, bro. I'm just like, this man. I don't know if I know you probably didn't see Dynamite or Collision this week, but he had 2 back-to-back open challenge matches for the same title on each show. It's John Moxley had an open challenge for the International Championship, and Kris Statlander had an open challenge for the TBS Championship, both on Dynamite and in Collision in that order.
I thought you was going to say... okay, so...
Last week. Did
you see the mess up that they did?
I heard Keith Lee botched something.
So like there was like before his promo there was like interview take 27, and then they did the clap thing, and then they did it. They just did it anyway. They left it in.
Oh my God, are you serious?
And then later in the night they did it again. Well, I think that was on purpose because they messed up the first time.
Oh Lord, I gotta go. I'm probably gotta go check this thing out. I didn't get a chance to see Collision yesterday because literally I was doing everything else but watching Collision and getting ready for the game. But so then JADE CARGILL makes her return, attacks Kris Statlander, and I was like, okay, they're gonna probably come back for a program. But then those rumors started really coming up as confirmations, like, hey, JADE CARGILL's leaving to come to WWE. Like, this is happening. She's leaving when that contract expires, and then she's coming to WWE. And I was like, are we serious? And then everybody on the line was talking about JADE CARGILL versus Bianca. I'm like, that's not going to happen. But I'll get into that in just a second. But, yeah, she comes here. I was like, okay, so I still was like apprehensive, but it was now being talked about it on Fightful and, you know, WrestleCom and all this kind of stuff that they were on these different wrestling sites. They were talking about that. So then on Rampage, of all places, right? JADE CARGILL.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't do that on Rampage.
I was like, seriously? On Rampage, which they already pre-recorded, Kris Statlander goes up against JADE CARGILL for the TBS Championship. And they actually had a decent match. They actually had they got time because it was on Rampage, of course, and they had a decent match. And then Kris Statlander beat JADE CARGILL clean, and JADE CARGILL put over Kris Statlander as she's leaving because that's what she would do if you're leaving. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's really walking out the door. And I was like, damn, Tony Khan, you kind of lost one there. I don't know what happened or why Jay didn't want to resign. Maybe it was some of that backstage locker room drama that Homegirl was talking about a couple months ago that we talked about. It could have been. I don't necessarily know the status of why that is the case, but now the reports are coming in that she's about to come to the Performance Center this week. Like, really? I just was so taken aback by this news, but I am curious to hear, like, when it comes to you, Prime, when you hear the news about Jade Cargill leaving and coming to WWE, like, what's your take on that?
So, I actually don't have no problem with her leaving because I'm pretty sure, she'll get like a fair shake. Not that she didn't get a fair shake in AEW, but I feel like there could be different people that help her out here too that can, give her a chance. Like, as long as we don't overdo Natalya, I'm fine. Overdo Natalya and Charlotte, I'm fine. Because I'm pretty sure Natalya is going to be the one to train her.
Yeah.
Or help train her. Or her or TJ or Tyson Kidd or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't need to see Natalya wrestle her 15th. I don't need to see all that, okay?
No, I do agree.
Finisher. She might have to change her finisher as well.
Because everybody does the Jaded?
Well, I'm just saying Beth Phoenix.
Say what?
Because of Beth Phoenix, so she might not have to.
Well, number one, okay, I don't mind her going to WWE, but everybody was talking about, because, Jade and Bianca are similar. I'm just kind of like, hold on, y'all. I want y'all to chill for a minute. This is coming from somebody who is a Jade Cargill fan here. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Jade is not on Bianca's level.
No,
she's not. And everybody keeps saying WrestleMania 40, Jade versus Bianca. I'm like, no. If Jade comes to WWE, she's going to NXT.
I don't think so.
You don't think she's going to NXT?
No, because she has something that I think they can work. They'll rather work with her in the ring and just let her be on TV because she already has like a presence that other people don't have naturally. Jade naturally has a presence.
I get what you're saying with that, but also when it comes to recent NXT, they have been using stars with big names to help get that show some numbers. When Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton just had their matchup, they pour almost not over 974,000 viewers for NXT, and then their match alone was like they hit 1 million. NXT ain't never hit them kind of numbers, and
but I just even the people that they have in NXT as well, I just think Jade will work better with the main roster people because NXT people, there are still a lot of like people that are up and coming, while like people on the main roster can help Jade get better.
Yeah, okay, I do get that also, but also Jade needs some polishing. See, the thing about Jade Cargill when she was in AEW, what Tony Khan did was he just did the Goldberg treatment. Jade got over. At first, she started getting over because, first of all, she got the look. First of all, she's beautiful. She's chiseled from stone. Okay, she has.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's probably all she needed to get to the she bypassed NXT.
Yeah, I do agree with you. But because what I was going to say was that she has all that. But however, then it went from just getting being dominant and getting wins into creating a character for herself. Like that the whole baddies, that thing got over.
Mm-hmm.
People was liking the baddies. You had people in the back taking pictures with the baddies. Like that whole group.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest though. If she do go to NXT, you already know the baddest is gonna be Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely after they get done with the metaphor. But see, I like them with the metaphor though, unfortunately. I mean, as of right now, that group is selling me. I like that. However, I mean, it actually may be Homegirl that's hanging out with Dana Brooke right now, to be honest with you. But
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, but when it comes to like if she want to do the baddies again, it would be, yeah. Miss Jackson and Lash Legend. But however, neither here nor there. When she had the baddies, that group was good. And I think they ended the baddies way too early. And I was like, I don't know what what Tony Khan was thinking, and trying to put her with Stokely Hathaway, then with this with the other guy, I forgot what was his name.
Mark Sterling.
Yeah, Mark Sterling. They kind of put her with that, saying she don't need to do all that. And then after a while, it just kind of got stale. And they just stuck Layla Gray in there with her because she had nothing else to do, and she had no rivalries, and they didn't do nothing for her. But it's like each time she got some reps, she was getting a little bit better. But one thing Jade needs, Jade has the look, she has all that. But when you come to the main roster, when you got like Bianca, Becky, Charlotte, Rhea, those names I just mentioned alone is way out of Jade's league.
Mm-hmm.
They're way out of her league. And then now, with the return of Nia Jax, as we just seen on Raw, and we have, of course, you have like Natalya, then you have Shotzi, Bayley, and Damage Control, and Asuka, and all those women that I just named, minus Nia Jax. Jade's not even in their league right now. She's not in their league. She has the look, and you can learn a lot, but you can also learn a lot from NXT. She got to get more reps in. That's the only thing. Tony Khan built her, but she wasn't getting nearly as many reps because she would be on like a win streak.
I have a question.
Okay.
So she goes from somewhere at AEW that don't have nowhere for people to train to WWE where they have a performance center that's 24/7. You don't think she can get her reps from the performance center?
When I say reps, I'm talking about those reps too. But I'm talking about NXT is about learning everything when it comes to the cameras, the promos, your character, then of course your programs and stuff like that. That's all what NXT is about. Her working under Shawn Michaels, and because he's NXT right now, he controls the NXT. Her working under Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is very talented, and look what he has done in making sure Carmelo stays at the top. Mm-hmm. So, her working under Shawn Michaels and her working under the backstage talent they have, because it ain't like no main roster people is not going to come down there and help her out. But
yes, they will. Yes, they will.
No, I said it's not like they won't.
Oh. I was about to say, if it was anybody else, they probably won't. But it's Jade. Like,
yeah, I'm saying like, it's not like
Jade
that.
Jade is probably like, I want to say like when a seasoned person goes to NXT when they could have easily bypassed it. Not to say that Jade could easily bypass it, obviously. But I'm saying like they go to NXT to like Joe went to NXT to help NXT talent.
Yeah, like what I see is I can even see something that Becky Lynch puts over Jade in NXT, and she can be a dominant women's champion in NXT. And right now, that everybody that tries to go through Jade, she runs through them like Asuka ran through NXT, and then it's like, okay, we got to get Jade up here.
So I don't know, man. I don't know.
But I'm saying, but hold on, and it don't even have to be as long as that. But I'm just saying, but even still. Those women that she can be down there working with, those women can help her run the reps. That she can help go out there and do things more on her own, get the group together. Like you said, I would love to see a baddies with her, Lash Legend, and Miss Jackson. That would be dope. But even though I don't know they'll do the same group twice, because like I said, they're doing stuff with the Metaphor already. But still, you can give her another group. You can give her something, and it gives her people to work with. Putting her on the main roster, where she is surrounded by elite level talent to the point where she's just going to be doing job match like Shotzi's going to have the job for her. Natalya's going to have the job for her. Maybe I'm sitting thinking of how thin the roster is, but all the women that barely come up on there are probably going to have the job for her before she even touches somebody like a Raquel or and this is B tier I'm talking about here. Before she even touches those kind of women, and then because they all are, she's not in their league yet.
Honestly, I think they'll wait.
You said they'll wait?
I think so.
But the way I look at Jade is like, remember when Samoa Joe came in there? Why was Samoa Joe in NXT? Samoa Joe
They help
didn't
the
need
talent.
NXT.
And he was there to help the talent.
Say what?
He was there to help the talent.
But yes, but I mean, still, but he had a good run at NXT. But I'm saying, even somebody with the star power of JADE CARGILL coming in WWE, I can really see. Now, once again, if I don't mind being wrong, if she come out and debuts on Smackdown or Raw, I'm like, okay.
I'm telling you, I think they will wait. I think they'll put her in the Performance Center for like till the end of the year, and maybe the Rumble she'll debut in the Rumble, maybe. But I'm saying like,
okay, now I can personally get with that. If she goes out to the Performance Center
yeah,
she gets represented like that.
Yeah, I think I don't think she'll come immediately in, but I do think she'll sign immediately. But I don't think that she will be on TV as soon as possible. Like I think they'll probably just wait till they're either more comfortable with her, till she's kind of more smooth like, and then we'll see what happens.
But then and traveling with them on the road, all these things. Like I said, me personally, I would put her on NXT, and I if you don't want to put her on TV, have her do the dark matches on, because NXT goes on the road now. Have her go on the road, to be going out there in front of people and doing these dark matches and actually learning the ropes the WWE way. Because remember, like Seth Rollins said, WWE has their way of doing things. She has to learn the WWE way. She doesn't know that way. All she knows is the Tony Khan way in AEW, which is more so the indie way. That's not the way WWE operates. So work under Shawn Michaels, get that kind of stuff going on. But if she debuts at NXT, I'm not mad at that. If she debuts at the Royal Rumble, I'm not mad at it neither. But I need people to calm down. She's not going up against Bianca, y'all. It's not happening.
If she goes against Bianca, it'll be next year.
Yeah, I mean they got similar looks and everything like that. But right now, Bianca, she's way out of her league. She's way out of her league trying to go up against Bianca. No, Bianca's on another level. They got similar physiques, but Bianca's way out of the league. Jay's athletic too, but I'm just saying. So that's something that we're gonna definitely have to keep our eye on.